Well, Jamie Foxx has somewhat broke his silence on the situation from last year when the Joker showed up in a coma, then showed up looking like a goddamn extraterrestrial. So he was talking to a group of people, and he was telling a story about what happened. So according to him, what he's claiming is that he was at a gathering and he had a headache and he asked his friend for an Advil. He said he got his Advil from his boy, and specifically he said his boy. He said I got asked my boy for an Advil, which I don't know why your boy would just have Advils on him, but he got an Advil from his boy, and he said the next thing he know, that was the last thing he remembers. That was it after the Advil. So this to me sounds like horse crap. Sounds like a bunch of BS to me. Because this would either have to mean, but the only reason why I'm sitting there like, who knows what it could have been is because if you remember around that time, a little bit before that, I don't know if it was days or weeks before that, he did come out talking about that videotape that he had of Diddy. If you remember that, he said it was some kind of videotape to where, I forget exactly the context it was or whatever like that, but when he said it, it sounded like a joke when he said it back then about Diddy. But then, of course, after like all the stuff came out about Diddy, what Jamie Foxx said about recording Diddy was like, you could kind of see it in a different light. You know what I mean? Like, damn, maybe Diddy got at him. You know what I'm saying, for using that video, something about a video, whatever it was. But outside of that, and other people, of course, was saying that it was drugs, like a overdose or something, some kind of OD or whatever. Which is what makes more sense to me, you know what I mean? And either that or his friend tried to take him out, because the last thing you remember is your friend gave you an Advil and that was it. Then you was gone for all that time into a coma, and then you come back looking like a goddamn clone. You know what I'm saying? And then come out with the movie, they cloned Tyrone or whatever it's called. They cloned Tyrone. It was just all too much of a damn coincidence. It was all too much set up to everything just fit too perfectly. You know what I mean? Like, it was just too weird. Then he came back, and then I put a video up when he came back. The timeline didn't make no sense because he looked healthier and more like Jamie Foxx. What was it? It was two different footages of him that came out at the same time. And one of them he looked mad healthy, the other one he didn't. And the other one he had more hair on his head than he did on the one that on the second one that came out. He had more hair in his head than the first one. It was only supposed to be like a week apart. So I don't know how he's supposed to grew like a full head of hair in like a week. It was a couple weird things that was going on with this if you was remembering, was paying attention like a year ago to this shit. So, but that's his official story. He's saying that he asked his boy for an Advil. And like I said, I don't know who just has pockets full of Advil on him. That sounds weird. Because this was a quote out of what he said. He said, I asked my boy for an Advil specifically. And specifically hit the goddamn like button. I ain't about to do this shit with y'all again like I do all the time. Hit the goddamn like button. But he specifically said, I asked my boy for an Advil. And that just sounds weird to me. I could see if he was like, I asked my boy to go get me an Advil, or where I was at, I seen that they had Advil. Because who the hell is just walking around with Advil? You know what I'm saying? But that's his story. I guess he's sticking to it. He said that was that, and that's all he remembered. So I guess you be the judge, or we be the judge, or whoever be the judge. I still definitely think there's more to the story for sure. Even if it ain't the whole Diddy thing and all that, I think there's definitely got to be something more to it. And if that is the story, what happened with your boy? Did you get at him? Is there a problem? Is he still your boy? You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be goddamn a fool if you take a pill from somebody, you end up damn near dying, and they're still your friend, because that wouldn't even make no sense. Or, you know what I'm saying? I see somebody in the comments, I can't see exactly who it is, but shout out to you. Or maybe that was the case. His boy gave him an Advil, but he also may have been doing some other drugs and then mixing the Advil with whatever else was in his body gave him an adverse reaction. But keep in mind, they still never told us. They said it was a mystery illness. So by them saying it was a mystery illness, and that's the story that the press is still sticking to. They say it was a mystery illness. So if it was a mystery illness, even if he wanted to be confidential with his business, say if he OD'd or something like that, they still wouldn't be calling it a mystery illness. You know what I'm saying? Because that's their statement. That ain't coming from him. That's coming from the hospital or whatever. But then you got to think this is all Hollywood. These people are all theater. You know what I'm saying? No telling what the goddamn real story is. But I just wanted to share that real quick because I was covering this story when it first happened. I even went so far as to say we shouldn't watch They Clone Tyrone unless he give us a goddamn statement about what's going on. Because he come out here and just show up after the fact, pop up like nothing happened. You show up looking like goddamn Sammy Davis Jr., a light-skinned version of Sammy Davis Jr., and you supposed to just act like we supposed to just sit there and just go along. I'm talking about like after the whole, when he was in a coma and all that. Joker pop up looking like a light-skinned version of Sammy Davis Jr. and expected us to just not act like we didn't realize nothing just was going on. He just jumped right back into the mix. The movie was coming out. He came back out to promote the movie. No, you owe us answers. We have time invested in this. We've been watching you for all these years. You owe us some goddamn answers. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I made that video before. I was like, I ain't watching this Clone Tyrone shit until he give us some goddamn explanation about something. You know what I'm saying? Tell us something. You don't just show up back on my face looking like a goddamn totally different person, and then I'm supposed to just act like we just gonna go with the flow. We ain't that goddamn slow. You know what I'm saying? And if either or, was this all done for promotion for the goddamn They Clone Tyrone movie? So you can come back looking like a clone so we can buy into that whole thing. You know what I mean? So either way, it was like, nah, we need some goddamn answers. We need an explanation. It's disrespectful for you to show up looking like nothing happened and we supposed to just go along with it. Like we just don't matter at all. We matter, goddammit. We're the consumers of your goddamn little movies and stuff you do. You know what I'm saying? So you got to tell us something. So this is what he comes out and says all these months later. It's been like a year, more than a year later at this point. So do you buy it? I don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? I don't buy it. I'm not a pill taking person. That's like one thing about me. Always been the kind of person that I gotta damn near be on my deathbed to take any kind of medication. I don't like taking any sort of medications at all, like any stuff. But I'm also fortunate. I have been fortunate enough to not really. I'm not like a person that's plagued with like different things, headaches and all this stuff people take stuff for all the time. So I'm just lucky enough to have to deal with that. So I'm not a pill taking person. I don't like any kind of medicine. I don't like none of that stuff. But if I took a goddamn Advil from a Joker and he said, hey, said, here's the Advil, and I ended up in a goddamn coma, I'm gonna need some goddamn answers. This is gonna be a goddamn, at least a mild conversation. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to explain something to me, something. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not just. It don't work like that. So that's what this boy coming out here trying to tell us. He took an Advil from his boy. And if you pay attention to what he's saying, if you read between the lines, just by the way he said it, because it's in quotation, he said, my boy gave me an Advil. That just sounds like a transaction. When you really think about it, it sounds like what he's really saying if you read between the lines. Got me a bag, ended up being some bad stuff, you know what I'm saying? And a little Joker almost checked out. Messed around and got some fentanyl, you know what I mean? That's what it really sounds like he's saying if you read between the lines. Because it just don't make no goddamn sense any other way. But so that's it, man. Hit the like button if you just came through, or before you get up out of here. Just hit the like button in general. You don't even need a goddamn. I don't got to give you a reason to hit the like button. Hit the like. You're sitting around doing all type of fornicating and smoking weed and drinking alcohol and doing all the other type of shit with your life. Way more goddamn hazardous and non-beneficial. You can just hit the like button just for no goddamn reason. We don't really need to sit here and create a reason to hit the like button. The fact that you're here and we're both here in the same spot right now, like that, goddamn, we're in the same location at the same time. The world has existed for how many millions of years? Me and you was both right here at the same time. You watching me I'm talking to you, so goddamn. If nothing else is special, that's special. Goddamn. If ain't nothing else special, I say that's goddamn special. We in the same place at the same goddamn time, ingesting the same information. So that's special. You know what I'm saying? So if nothing else, hit the like button for that at least. God damn. Joker gotta sit here and beg you for a goddamn like. You know what I mean? But that's about it, man. Do you believe that that's the real story with Jamie Foxx? He got an Advil from his boy and almost took the Joker out of commission. Oh, and this too, his daughter. I didn't appreciate the way his daughter was acting the whole time. I made videos about that too, and it wasn't even to be ignorant, but she was just shady though. Her interaction with the whole thing was shady. His daughter was a shady character through that whole ordeal. Yes, she was shady because she was saying weird stuff. Then at one point she like talking about people's business, and I was like, "You the one that came out here and gave us the goddamn update and expert and the first bit of information. So of course we're gonna react. You know what I'm saying? God damn it, what you expect us to do? You know what I'm saying?" And then she was her whole movement. It just seemed real weird the whole time. His daughter, she was a weird character. I forgot all about that. She was definitely weird. What's her name? Corinne or something like that. Yeah, she was definitely weird. But that's about it, man. Hit the like button before you get up out of here. And if you watch it on the playback, hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit the button. If you don't, you just goddamn stunting and mother effing fronting. So that's about it. Shout out to everybody that came through. Stay out of the way of these jokers and do what you got to do to maintain.